Alright, everybody. Hey. Welcome to VR Master League. We got you another Master game here on stream. In the European region. Happy to say, we got Quackheads, we got Hellbent. We got to cast Hellbent recently, a couple times in fact, here this season so far. But my first one from Quackheads, and it's really nice to be able to get that stream in. Love seeing these guys, and Hellbent we've seen as recently as, if my internal clock is right, which it might not be, just yesterday I think it was. If not yesterday, maybe 2 days ago. So many casts, the days get lost, but all I do know is it's great to be here. Great to have you guys here, whether on Channel 1 or Channel 2. We got the options for you for sure. That said, round 1 about to start, and let's go. Master Division team in the European scene, as first joust gonna be snagged by Middleman. Right in the middle. And right up the floor at that as he gets it to the boss. The boss! No time wasted whatsoever. Getting that first goal, 2 points, and yeah, just 9 seconds in. Can't get any better than that if you're Quack. So with that, we see Twang Pants joining us in the chat. Welcome to it. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Oculalen here going to send it out. Hellbent having some good showings lately and trying to find that backboard perhaps, but just a little bit rugged as it will be slapped. Oculalen though for a good pass immediately. Hey, said no time wasted for Quackheads on one end. Same applies here for Hellbent. Tying it up rather quickly, 16 seconds into that joust. Not too shabby. Yeah, our appreciation to Swift for camming and casting the last match here, as well as Sputnik Cobra and Nightfire over on Channel 1. Doing some work. Middleman 82 here, well, getting a little bit worked over as Lucky just kind of anchoring in place. That said, trying to find that goal and just driving it in on 2 defenders, but the boss does it again. How about that? 4 points for Quack. Good to see Alikos there as well in the chat, of course. Not only a moderator here in VR Master League, but a cameraman, or about to be one, getting set up, and gonna be awesome to have another cams person here, especially for these European matches. I was just telling Swift right before I started this stream for this match, I'm trying my hardest to set my sleep schedule straight. I'm miscasting some of these EU games. I stayed up 40 hours just about the other day in an attempt to fix my schedule so I can be waking up earlier. Guess what? Didn't work. My body said no. My heart said yes, my body said no. Still couldn't sleep anyway, so hey, that was a thing. But nonetheless, we'll be over here to Oculalen. Oculalen to the backboard, but saving it, Middleman. But second attempt, Oculalen gets that to go. That's a tied up game. So Hellbent's right back at him. And we're up and at him, which is to say, I am indeed just waking up. And be not confused about it, stream, and especially for you European players or OCE viewers, any players from around the world. It's not morning time in America. No. It's just morning time for Palidore. But that said, getting this rollout here to Middleman. Some nice patience. Middleman right back at him. That stack rolling him through, but still gets that pass, and nonetheless it'll be crossing it over. Gobshite with the disc and has Irony Man on the bow tie. Boss up top, but will be Baguette taking it. But yeah, over here it's currently 1 p.m. Where I live, which is to say west coast, coast-ish, Arizona, in the United States, and yeah, cannot overstate my anti-satisfaction. That's the word now. But right here, trying to make a portal to the goal. It's Baguette. That looks pretty good, and it is. In fact, it's great. Frosted Flakes. Baguette getting those 3 points. A 3-point lead with that. Very, very nice. Alright, so on this rollout, the boss with the disc and trying to evade this stack here, the chaining together Locky, Baguette. They actually will cause a turnover, it looks like, so trying to redirect themselves at taking an awkward bounce right back behind him, so it might be able to give a chance to Quackheads to get it back, and it will. So the boss sending it on that bouncer. I knew he had a chain boosting on the floor. They do lose each other a little bit though. Middleman contesting it. And will be the boss again, rolling up the floor. That's going to be a bounce to the middle, but not finding the hands. That said, Lucky with a clear, and that's going to be sent down to the orange zone as the chains disperse and collect. Once again, the boss, seemingly the boss at the receiving end of a lot of these recoveries, as Irony Man now trying to look at the goal and eye down this situation. They've got a 2-on-1, but maybe just a 1-on-1 will be handed off to Middleman. So obviously the camera's focused here in the front line, but without a doubt got to hand it off to the back line, because those stacks on the defense from Hellbent quite delayed. They had a long time for Quackheads just to walk it right up the floor. No sweat off the backs. So Lucky sending it to Multi over to the stack, recovered by Baguette. Baguette to Lucky. Lucky locks it down. 9-6. Another fast score coming in from Hellbent. But yeah, see Alcos in there. Cheered on Quacks. Now granted, you're a mod / caster now, so you can't be showing bias. You gotta go Quacks and go Hellbent. Well, like I said, for my end, the bias is just always on the underdogs. Or the underducks, as the case currently is. Basically, whoever is currently not at the lead, that's who I'm cheering for. Why? Because it's entertaining. The closer the games, the better for me, the better for the streams. Of course, I'm sure the teams don't always feel the same way. I know on any given day, most teams are going to be happy if they can just come in and win in a blowout situation. But that said, will be Baguette's looking to increase that lead. That's a deep heave. That's almost good. A recovery here off of a stun. A Lucky Baguette and Middleman all stunning each other out there as they split off again on these really fast chains. So the boss was kind of eyeing down the floor, but saw those chains coming in. Didn't see that one, at least not quick enough. Couldn't react as Multi takes it back over and sends it to the barrier. Barrier to the bow tie, taken by guess who? The boss. There it is again on a recovery. Boss sending it to Gob, and Gob from the midfield, bringing it up, trying to evade a couple different defenders. So nice aggression being had here by Hellbent, maybe causing a turnover, and indeed that will be the case. Baguette sending it out to midfield, just beyond the grasp of one of the players, as that's going to be a 3-point shot. And Multi able to convert on that. Also had the backboard option, but you can see the teammate just guiding it in as they speedily boost down the floor. To and fro. All in a row, but trying to get all their ducks in a row are the Quackheads. They're down by 6, but still 3 minutes to spare. And welcome to IGX Dark in the chat as well. Thanks for joining us here on VRML Channel 2 today in this Master Tier matchup between Quackheads and Hellbent. Kind of anchoring around just to maneuver into the goal. The boss, another score, and oh, the Macarena. Mocking me, perhaps. Or if nothing else, just having some fun on the cast. You gotta love it. Gotta love to see it. Making a return here. Macarena was a really popular thing, especially in Season 1 of VRML. Quite a few highlights throughout that season, especially of random Macarenas breaking out. Macarenas and Renegades. All of the above. So having some fun here in the stream and inside the goal. Trying to defend this again, though. It's 12-8. The boss, who has been quite hot, both on the recoveries and just on the offensive end of things, getting a lot of efficient goals. Trying to do it again there, however, being rolled over by the stun. So now it's going to split off to the trap as it's recovered by Middleman. Middleman with about a second to spare as the stack looms. The two players, that is, Baguette and Lucky here. They'll get the clear. Secondary set coming through the goal, momentarily uncovered, an immediate heave into the orange zone. The boss is now there for the coverage, trying to defend this one as Gob joins him. Pass up high, but a nice dive out from Irony. Better grab. Oh, Irony again! So Iron Fist, that was super. But now trying to get back into the midfield and see if they can make something good out of this marvel, but Baguette will maybe bounce it high, and then to a recovery, looks like from Multi again. See if they can dive it one more time. There's Irony, who did some good work on defense before, continues to brawl heavy. So hey, Irony Man doing definitely a lot of work. This time opting not to dive, and will be Multi capitalizing as a result. And out of the corner of my eye, I think I saw, was that an applause? Maybe see it on the replay over on the backboard, but I already did a really nice job. 3 different dives out on some of these players just within close proximity to the goal, but it was just that last pass not dove upon, and sure, Irony would love to get that one back, because that's the thing, you play such great defense, and then to have it still scored always feels a little bit bad. You know, defense is tough, so doesn't always feel good to have your efforts, in a sense, feeling like it was wasted because you get scored on at the end. But, you know, credit to Irony, doing some good work. Middleman here trying to put in some more work as the boss gets the disc. The boss anchor shot just off on the boots. A rebound from the boss after a stun on Locky, trying to get this one to go with just a few seconds remaining. 15 seconds in this first round. We'll be going Hellbent's way, but Quackheads still an opportunity. Duck through move from Middleman. Middleman to Irony. Irony trying to pass it downwards towards that boots. A miscatch. One more from the boss. The boss crossing it over. Gob trying to whirl around that post, but unable to make the most of it as he's stunned out the last second there. So with that, first round going the way of Hellbent. 14-8, but very competitive game. And very competitive first round for sure. Not too much separation between these two teams. And same applies as well, just on the ranking end of things as well. I mean, both these teams fairly close together, as you can see there. 7th place and 9th for Hellbent and Quackheads respectively. And both just trying to pick up some steam here in the initial weeks, this first cycle of Master Tier in Master League of Season 3. So with this, I mean, Hellbent, 1 round in the books, and with 1 more win in the second, they could even up that record, go 3-3 on the week, or on the season thus far, which they would love to see. Of course, for Quackheads, a similar thing here, where they can get a win, they can, you know, etch closer to a winning record. And you know, this is a team who, like I said, always a pleasure to see, always providing some excellent plays. They're a team who's great at the brawls. They've got some incredibly unique and quick rollouts that we've seen in streams last season. Of course, they got the man, the myth, the legend, the beast himself, Middleman, who always manages to make me scream. It seems like on half of these streams because of these big spurts of saves he has inside the goal. Super talented in that regard. So, you know, having fun, trying to put it together here as it goes back to the middle off this neutral joust in round 2. Will be bounced over into the goal area as it's recovered by Baguette. Baguette to midfield, and Gob with a recovery. Gob has an option up high, does find the boss. The boss has a disc lost, and kind of shrugging the shoulders as Oculalin stuns it and now clears it. So to the midfield once again. Really unable, it seems like, to get past that mid-line until, well, I say that, as a bouncer from Oculalin. Wow. All the tools in the belt for Oculalin. Call it the Allen wrench. Definitely putting a wrench in the hopes of Quackheads, at least for that first goal. A stellar shot to get them started in round 2 from Oculalin. So, all right, Twang Pants clambering for that 3rd round as well. And hey, I'm hoping for it, as always. Irony here, sending it crossways. Some pretty decent coverage there from the defense of Hellbent. You see they had 1 stack kind of in the passing lane, and just as well they had 1 man-v-man coverage on that passing recipient. So basically it was a double dose of defense, and that was going to be tough to crack. And it will be multi here to Oculalin. Now into the deep end. Up high, the goal exposed, but having trouble wrangling that disc. Locky getting stunned. Good stun there, the boss recovering. And the little juke around the pole. Oh, what a grab from Locky, but Locky getting locked up again as well. That was a really, really nice grab, and it's Baguette who cleans it up and mops that 5th point up into the orange goal. Wow, what a grab. I mean, first, the kind of unexpected juke coming in from the boss on this post right here. But Locky just somehow got that grab. That was really not. I'm not sure if it was a case of he reaction timed it, or it was just the hand was in the right place and just kind of estimated it. But whatever it was, that was excellent. Over there in the chat, Twang also saying Quackheads just maybe a lack of scrims to start off, and you know that happens to teams. And the only reason I would even bring that up and say that as well, because it may have happened to my team. Once upon a season 3, but not VRML season 3, a different season 3, ESL season 3. So I get it. Sometimes, you know, off seasons happen, and you know, you take little breaks from scrims. I could understand that. And with that, you know, we've seen some teams, not just in this case, but I've seen some teams in North America as well, where that might apply too, as a 7th point goes in for Baguette. And with that, though, obviously a long season here. It's running all the way through May as when our finals occur, and 3 different 5-week master tier cycles. So that's the beauty of it too, is that, you know, teams can get off to a slow start. You see that in all sports, just about. You know, it's going to happen on occasion. Sometimes it does take you a little bit as a team to work back into your rhythm, and you know, in that case, you're only 1 win away. You're only one good week away, essentially, from getting those good feelings back. One week full of scrims, things like that. So it's right within reach. Quackheads, obviously, a very, very veteran team, playing all these players, playing Echo and playing together as well for quite an extended period here in Europe. So again, it's not a case of talent. It's just a case of, you know, time. It's a matter of time before Quackheads get their stuff together, because we already know they're very, very talented. But that said, defense playing dividends again here for Hellbent. Onto the orange zone. It's going to be picked off that wall by Multi. Multi getting stunned by Middleman. And Baguette. I'm not sure what happened there. Baguette just having an existential crisis, it seemed like. Just sitting on that wall, wondering about life, contemplating it. Nonetheless, it's going to be backed out to Middleman. Middleman with a disc. Middleman up to the nest, just missing that catch, however. The boss is there for maybe a recovery, but Allen getting it instead. Baguette with the disc by the roots, and looking for a high clear, maybe even a bouncer. Oh man, that's a... that would have been the first time I've seen a shot like that go in. But Multi gets that shot right down the middle off the recovery, so... did a good job to at least get back on the boost. The thing is, that clear could have very well been a shot. I'm honestly not doubting it if it was, because aside of the fact that Europe has definitely been a team, or been a region, I should say, where teams are super just pro. They are pro at these bounces and creative rollouts and, you know, bounce shots. So that's the thing. Just from the region alone, I wouldn't expect anything less. But hey, even in North America, I almost on a daily basis, you're seeing these bounce shots from half court or full court at that going in off those long clears in the tunnel. So I mean, these days, you know, gone are the days of Echo Arena where everything is simple. You know, all the geometry, it's anything but simple geometry. It is complex, and every team, especially at Master Tier, are getting so creative with reading it. And even better are these players at these pocket shots. As you can see there from Baguette, maybe not so much in the pocket, but between 2 pockets, right on the edge of the goalpost. So still nice hits to put them up by a cool dozen. See Cordage in there. Yo, Pally, how are you? I'm good. How are you? What's the news? What's the heps? How's your cord? It's a Middleman here, sending it to the boss. And the boss now, just trying to work it around. I'm glad you're good. Hope all you guys are good here. Vacant Ace asking how the stream... Oh, Stream Buddy. So, currently doesn't work, to my knowledge. I just forgot to remove that off of channels 2 and 3, I suppose. Worked once upon a time, but I think one of the patches may have borked it somewhere midway through last season, and maybe we can get that working again. Would like to, for sure. That was put together by Sealable Bag from the Kangarillas, and you know, no pressure. Not trying to call them out or put pressure on them at all. Obviously, they are quite busy in their own right on the Kangos, doing some work so far. One of the only 2, if I recall correctly, 2 undefeated teams left in North America in the Master Division currently. Kangos and Joker. Go figure. All right, now Baguette with a very tight angle, and it will be recovered through the traffic by Allen. So, good grab from Allen. off a near hit on the shot attempt, perhaps it was from Baguette, but either way, one of those situations where you can call it a shot or a pass, because it was still in the right area to be both at once, just depending on the results. But middleman ducking through, he's gonna leave one of the defenders in the dust there, Baguette, so they can press up on this if their Quackheads are trying to do so, but instead Locky, another grab, so a deep clear, and maybe now a cherry pick as a result. Baguette, right place, right time. Like I said, he was kind of left in the dust off of that joust, was stranded with no boost. But it happened to work out, because after that steal from Locky, that steal turned right into an assist instead. Twang Pants earlier on as well saying, Hellbent's come a long way since last season. Nice to see. And yeah, absolutely. That's the thing. That's one of the best parts, I think, about VRML ladders at the moment and these ranks. You can see it in every single region, OCE, NA, and EU. But I love the fact there's a lot of basically a mixture between the veteranship, the quote-unquote old blood of players who've been there for years. As hold on, Gob. Speaking of veterancy, it's a very nice goal from the boss, assisted by Gob. There you go, get them going here in the round. Kind of a scoring drought for them, but able to find it eventually. And nice passing play to that backboard. Always a great spot to hit it from. But as I was saying, one of the nice parts is being able to see at these top levels of our regions, a healthy mixture of, the teams who've already been there, the experienced players who've kind of earned their spot and been battle tested. But then you're also seeing a lot of teams who have not been there for quite as long, have only been there for maybe months or the last year or even just the last several weeks and such, and months across the offseason. I mean, there's really a lot of new faces starting to establish themselves at the very highest divisions and the highest ranks of Master League. So you love to see it. It's a sign of a very, very healthy sports and competitive scene here, as Irony Man looking to make some back-to-back plays, perhaps for Quackheads. A good delivery over to the boss. The boss, a crafty maneuver, and builds them the 4th point off of the pass from Irony Man as well. But the boss definitely showing his offensive chops, cutting through the defense to get their 2nd goal, as the time will expire here soon in round 2. So 17-4, and wow, 4 players just getting locked up with the Suns. With that, the round is concluded, and the game as well with that. Good game to Hellbent and Quackheads. Hellbent, the victors, and with that, as I alluded to earlier on in the stream, it will be an evened up record now for Hellbent. So they will go 3-3 to start off their season after week 3. So not too bad. And again, even some of those losses from Hellbent still very contested and close at that, so gotta give them credit. But for Quackheads, couldn't get it going here today. But as Twang alluded to earlier, and as I was saying, I think it's one of those cases where early season, wipe off some of that rust, and they'll get it going again. This team's been playing a long time, and they're not in Master Division by chance. This is what I'm getting at. So, but with that, a successful showing here from Hellbent, and get a look at your stats really quickly. And it was a strong effort offensively for Hellbent. Baguette leading the way, 15 points, 3 assists as well, so you love to see that, a mixture of both scoring and passing. Couple steals, 16 stuns for Locky. It was 2 points, 4 assists, also like that, feeding the hot hands. And 1 save, 2 steals, 23 stuns for Multi and Oculalan, both 7 points apiece. Multi also the save, steal, and 15 stuns. And then Oculalan, though, 2 assists, 40 stuns. That is a very hefty margin of difference between Oculalan stuns and everyone else's on the team. Wow, just about doubled up, tripled up on some of them. So with that, to Quackheads, it was a couple points, 2 for Middleman and 1 assist, 3 saves. 1 steal, 18 stuns. And the boss mentioned how hot he was on offense to start off that first round, and then got a couple shots in the second as well, to the tune of 10 points. 1 save, 1 steal, 28 stuns. For Gobshite, it was 2 assists, 1 save, 38 stuns, so almost matching Oculalan there on the other end with the brawls. And then Irony providing 3 assists, as well as a save and 26 stuns. So you know, still, despite the loss, I mean, you can see across the board on Quackheads as well, you know, plenty of passes, assists, and saves. I mean, still some good team play worked in there, and definitely some pesky defense being shown. Just weren't able to stop it quite enough. But with that, that will conclude this cast. Yeah, and good games indeed, says IGX Dark. And Twank Pants, GG's, well played, and great cast. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by as well. As I always say, I know the teams love having people see them on stream and love having that VOD footage to go over. So, always a pleasure. But with that, before I head off here, let me check the schedules for you guys. And actually check on Channel 1, as I know there was a match scheduled to start at about the same time. So, let me see how that's going really quickly for you. And looks like that one is just about over as well. Yeah, so that one, Phantom's taking that one in two. So both matches ending here at the same time. So that will be it for both Channel 1 and Channel 2, it would seem. We had three master matches streamed here today for the European side of things. Over in North America, in terms of master matches, we'll have Redshift versus Four Kings later on in the night. So still about 4.5, 5 hours away, something like that. But yeah, Redshift versus Four Kings. We have Illumin versus Four Kings. Wrath versus Redshift. And that will be your North American lineup as far as the Master Games. Of course, there'll be plenty of other things going on, I am sure. So do stay tuned, pay attention to the Discords and the match pages or the Twitter for your scheduling needs. But with that, that'll do it from me. I've been Palidore. This has been VRML. Thanks again to Swift for the cam and casting earlier on, as well as Sputnik and Nightfire over on Channel 1. But until then, I've been Palidore. This is, you guys be happy, healthy, safe, good to each other as always, and yeah, I'll see you again real soon. Take it easy. Season 3 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Rebuff Reality, Asterion Products, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Fixed Gaming, and VRware.net.